Hey guys, this is Jynnette with Anderson Alchemy, here to give you your tarot forecast for the month of February 2018. Once again, if you didn't see my videos for last month, be sure to check them out, and Happy New Year if you didn't see me last month. I am still currently taking bookings for 2018 forecasts, probably for the next month or so. So if you still want to touch base with me and to get guidance for what the year has in store, please be sure to reach out on my website to book your session. So this is going to be for the sign of Aries. So if you have an Aries rising, Aries sun, or Aries moon, this is going to be for you. I do recommend that you watch them in that order of rising, sun, and moon to get the most out of your readings. If you don't know your rising sign, of course, you can do a free natal chart online and find that out. But I want to do a different kind of setup for today because we have a new moon solar eclipse happening on, I think it's February 15th. And that's going to be starting a new 6-month cycle for us all. And so I want to be able to tap into the energies of what's going to be coming overall in terms of a theme for you for the next 6 months, as well as looking at each week for the month of February. So for you, especially if you are an Aquarius rising, this eclipse is going to be happening in Aquarius, which actually is your 11th house. So the primary theme for the next 6 months for sure is going to be related to your hopes and your dreams, as well as the larger networks that you are a part of and your influence on the community as a whole. But let's take a look at what the spiritual guidance is that comes in for you, okay? So I pulled an oracle card for the overall energy for your sign, and you got the card of free will. Okay, so let me show that to you here. So this is perfect for your energy because as Aries, you guys are the ones that have, you are the initial spark of life, that spark of fire that gets the creative juices flowing. And so, this independence and assertion of personal will is very much in alignment with what your energy is. And this is the primary theme that you're going to be working with over this next 6 months in the context of this Aquarian theme. So basically asserting who you are, what you bring to the table, and knowing and being grounded in the fact that that is vital and an important component to the material world, to different products that you may be a part of, important in business relationships, what have you. But yeah, you basically being in the core and the truth of who you are in the context of the whole is definitely the theme for you this month. So I think you'll be fine with that. Now this top row here relates to the primary themes that this next 6 months will show up in 4 areas of life. So first we have health and wellness, then we have finances, relationships, and then spiritual development, spiritual work. So here in terms of your health, so you have the Wheel of Fortune card. So that means that if up until this point you have kind of been struggling to maintain a healthcare regimen or stay on top of eating well, meditating, whatever it goes into, taking care of yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, you will be turning a corner for the next 6 months and seeing an improvement in that. Anytime you do have the Wheel of Fortune show up, it does talk about a change that is beneficial, and it is something that is of a blessing because this is the card of Jupiter itself, and Jupiter brings blessings. Jupiter right now is in Scorpio, and if you are Aries rising, this is going to be your 8th house. So it's going to be bringing a lot of passion, potentially good sex drive, and also potentially money for you as well too, but overall good fortune in terms of health and wellness. Now for your finances, you actually have the 5 of Wands. Now I like this energy because this speaks to healthy competition. So if you are starting to now show yourself in a different kind of context, like maybe you recently launched a business and you want to start making a name for yourself, maybe you're going to start putting on events, maybe you are working on differentiating what you bring to the table compared to others, possibly at work, in order to get a potential promotion. This is what this energy feels like. So it actually feels really positive instead of like the classic interpretation of this card, which can talk about conflict. I am getting the sense this is more so healthy competition, and it's a type of energy that you will enjoy because you'll get to be able to push through and to be able to shine. And there is an aspect of you that actually enjoys that. You don't necessarily enjoy when things come too easy, although you do like when things come easily to you, but you do enjoy a little bit of resistance in reaching your goals. So enjoy that. Let it remain playful instead of a negative experience, and I think that you'll like that over the next 6 months. Now, for relationships, this is a tricky card here because you have the 10 of Swords. So this is telling me that over this next 6 months, you are really going to have to, this is probably where most of the lessons, quote unquote, are going to come from for you. And this is really having to address old cycles which you are still choosing to carry on into this new year. All of those old patterns from before are going to have to be looked at and going to have to be released. Past betrayals, issues around mistrust, what have you. You have to do the work to heal them and to stop allowing and accommodating that energy into your life. What is nice though is that this is a 10, so this means that you are coming to the end of the cycle. You also have a 10 that's showing up here in the Wheel of Fortune, so cycles are definitely ending with this energy. So if you do the work of clearing this out, again, not accommodating and choosing to move forward from a place of healing and wholeness, then this will be the last of this energy that you will really have to engage with, okay? And then finally, in terms of your spiritual development, you have the 6 of Pentacles. And this is a great card because it speaks about balance between your spiritual development and an intuition and experience with your material world. You're kind of learning how to juggle those two. So that looks really positive for laying a strong foundation that keeps you grounded, keeps you out of this 10 of Swords energy and more in the Wheel of Fortune in terms of turning things more so in your favor and leveraging the benefits and possibilities for you. Okay, so that's the overview as the primary themes for you for the next 6 months. Now for the month of February itself, in the first week, we have the Judgment card, which is a major arcana. This talks about a truth being revealed or having a wake-up call or having to come to terms with something. Whatever it is positive because this is the card right before we get to the World card, which means that you are almost finished with the cycle. So this whole first week actually should feel like you're closing a chapter on maybe something that you've been working on for the past 6 months. You have a sense of accomplishment there and you feel like you can move forward. In the second week, which is the time leading right into the eclipse, we have the 10 of Cups. So you are definitely feeling good, especially after that Judgment card. So whatever comes out, whatever sense of completion or sense of empowerment that you have, definitely comes through in the second week because this talks about emotional fulfillment, really having all of your needs met, feeling good, feeling prosperous, feeling abundant, and being able to share that with others. So first half of this month, really, really good and actually pretty emotional for you, it seems, in a good way though, because this is bleeding over as well into the third week where you have the Queen of Cups. And this is, this could be a person that steps into your life, or this could be an embodiment of your energy where you are feeling really grounded and connected to your emotional center. This could also be spiritual connection or even creative connection and overflow that you are getting a chance to have. If it's not you specifically, then this would be someone who comes in who feels really supportive. They feel trustworthy. They feel like, that they're really there for you. Now, interestingly enough, though, in the last week, you have the 8 of Swords, okay? So this is, one of the worry cards. It's about being in the prison of your own mind. And this is something that you're doing to yourself. So maybe the entrance of this person, if this is a person that's coming in, kind of scares you because it makes you feel things that you haven't felt before. Or maybe this is just general anxiety for a lot of the good that's coming. You know, sometimes we get so used to preparing for the worst that we forget to prepare for the best. And so this could be also what this worry is related to. But again, this is something that you are doing to yourself. It's not outside experience. So take it easy, you know, and enjoy the blessings as they come. Things are naturally supposed to move fast for you because you're an air sign. So if you're worried about whether or not you can handle what's coming to you, of course you can. All right. So there you go, Aries. That is looking like a beautiful month for you overall, and a pretty balanced next 6 months in terms of experience. You know, the positive things that are going to open up for you, as well as things that you need to work on. So I think that this is probably going to resonate with how things have been going for the last 6 months, things that you've been working on. So I get the sense that once the 6 months completes, you really will be at a place where you have come into a greater sense of self-mastery and be able to move into the end of the year and particularly into next year from a much stronger and more empowered place. All right. So if you would like to have a reading with me, either tarot, astrology, or if you want to do some energy healing, you can book a session on my website, andersonalchemy.com. And if you're not following me on social media, definitely do so. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Anderson Alchemy. I do weekly tarot and astrology forecasts, okay? I love you so much, and I will see you next month. Bye.